Welcome back to the fourth episode of this series where we are building a professional portfolio website for a web design and development service. Uh, this is a no cut, no edit, full breakthrough of the creation of the website. It's like a vlog. Everything is covered. No part is cut out. This is this website is for my own use, and so you'll see how a real world professional website is built. Now, last time we have decided on some brand identity, including colors and fonts. We have selected one color here, which is going to be the primary brand color, which is going to be an orange color. Also, we have selected our two primary fonts, General Sans for headers, while Helvetica will be used for body text. If you wanna go check out the full playlist, you can do so. I think it's better if you start from the beginning and see how we created this sitemap and page structure, and the process of selecting these fonts, and stuff like that. Today we're going to be doing two things. I'm going to be structuring this page a bit more. Uh, then I'm going to be I mean Figma file. I'm going to be structuring this Figma file a bit more. Then we're going to be moving on to discussing how the design system will be going. First of all, let's do this. Let's structure this. I just want to make this very tidy. This what you're seeing here is most probably not important at all, but it's still something I like to do just to keep the structure and organization of the file. I'm just making everything here. I'm labeling stuff uh, and they're just labeling and changing the colors. I don't want this to be too high of a contrast. It's just a label. It's probably you can even like skip through this part, but I think it's something worth having. I'm gonna label this header font, and here I'm gonna say header font. Well, we're gonna take this. This is gonna be body font, meaning for regular small text. It's gonna be body font, 16 pixels, and we're almost done here. I wanna structure the colors here of our system. Uh, I want to create a couple of variables here for this selection. I want this to be just a white color. This would be also we don't want this to be a variable, a color style. We want it to be a variable. We want to create this as a variable. I'll name it white. We're going to name this black. We're going to name this our orange 500. And finally, we're going to name this as our gray 300. Most probably going to be coming back to the gray and changing it up. Maybe we can even do it here. But yeah, I want it to be a bit darker. Yeah, around here would work better. Yeah. Okay, so we just structured our file here. I want to save this font, this Anonymous Pro. We're not going to be using this anywhere in our design, in our final design at least. It's just for like labeling stuff and just for our system. So I'm just gonna make this system or SYS for short body. So regular system body text. And this would be for 32. That means it's gonna be header 32 is like pretty small compared to what we're going to be having. So I'm just going to say small or medium. Am I going to go below 32? Probably. Yeah. Don't worry if you don't really understand this. This is just regular setting up. You're gonna see what this actually means when we get into the design. This is for the body, and it is quite large when compared to a body. Notice it's the font actually is the same. It is 32, 32, but since that is for headers, and headers they are typically greater than 32 in size, we're calling it medium. But here a 32 body is pretty large, so I'm gonna say either extra large or just large. Probably extra large here. I'm just guessing it, by the way. There isn't really a method I know of to identify this stuff. I'm just guessing it. Okay, yeah. So I want to continue here by adding two more colors. This is going to be white 900 or white. This is going to be black. This is going to be white. It's going to be black. Let's duplicate this. This is going to be gray 300. We need a border for this, so I'm just going to add a stroke, and it's going to be pretty light. Borders are typically low visual hierarchy elements, so they're going to be pretty light most of the time. It's going to be pretty light, so around 700, 800, 800 probably. So let's just add this here. 800, obviously gray. This is gray 300. Finally, this is black. I think there's also the white which we have to fix. So this is the black and white. Okay, then let's just set them up correctly. So I want to go from the lighter shade to the darker shade. So white, then gray 800. This is gray 800. This is black. This is gray 300. So let's just change the colors here. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see how it is just shifting. And we want to group these as these are basically normal colors, not brand colors, not accent colors. These are just black and white colors. So let's go call them shades. And this is gonna be for the orange. Yeah, let's just structure them well. You always want to do this. Like you always want to have a clear system. This is a good practice to get into because tomorrow you're going to be working with so many different people. You're going to be working probably in teams with designers and developers. So having a well-structured system like this could just identify you as a organized and well-documented designer. So it's something good to have, and obviously we are including it here as well. Sorry for that. Okay, let's continue. So I think that's all for the labeling and stuff. Now what I wanna do here is I wanna talk to you about how this uh, sort of how this design process we're gonna be uh, taking it through. Okay, what kind of design process are we gonna use? First, we're gonna be wireframing. My phone seems to be ringing. Uh, Wireframing, then basic setup. Okay, sorry, give me minutes. Sorry here. Uh, then after basic setup, we're going to be finishing off with accenting. So what do these mean basically? Anyway, what do these mean? Wireframing basically means that we are going to be laying out the primary content of the page, the primary usable parts of the page. What does that mean? For example, let's take any website. Let's just take this design here, which is a design I made a couple of months ago as part of a mentorship program with my students. One of my students actually. So yeah, this is a landing page for an MVP creation company. This is fictional, by the way. We just did this for practice. Excuse the bad images here. They're not loading correctly. Anyway, though, when you look at this, you can classify this design into three parts: the wireframe, the basic content, and the accent. Let's take one section here. Let's take an informative section, I would say. Let's take this section, the testimonials. What would be included in the wireframe? The basic content, the basic structural content. This basically means what the user, if a user comes to our website, what is the content that the user will need to just have a good experience, or just to get what he needs, right? So, for example, if this is a website meant to be selling a service, a testimonial section would have to show the testimony, the rating, where did the rating come from, uh, and maybe a call to action button. These are the primary content of the testimonial section. But when we talk about basic structure, basic content, it means laying it out in a way that we have not only the general idea, but also a good representation. For example, the rating here is in terms of stars, which are accents. Now, we don't need it to be stars, obviously, but we made it this way, right? Because it is a good visual representation of what we want to be talking about. So instead of saying 5 out of 5 stars, if we can show stars, that would be a better visual representation. And sometimes in design, in general, not only web design, but also graphics design, you don't want to be plain when talking about something. You can say 5 out of 5 stars, but if you use visuals, accents, images, that would be more interesting and it would engage the user more. So basic content means like applying the colors, applying the uh, applying the logos, the images, applying the actual text here, and font actually. So that is included in what we call basic design. Then you take it to a wireframe, sorry, an accent. An accent means what makes this design stand out, what makes it pop, what makes it from a good design to a great design. Here, for example, we are using a gradient here, a blurry gradient at the background. So without the accent here, the blurry gradient, this would be what the basic design looks like. It's not bad, but if we can just add this accent, it will take it to a whole another level. Same here, like we are adding these circle orbit accents here, and without them, it works as good. It works well. The user has everything that he needs to get the primary idea of the website. But by just adding this design goes from good to great. This is what sells. This is what gets you clients. Ideas like this. This is what converts more users because users when they see stuff like this, they are thinking of professionality. They are thinking of premium services. Like if it was just bland, they might get the idea. But by just including accents like this, it takes it to a whole another level in terms of professionality and trustworthiness. Now, saying that you don't want to just have random accents, accents should be very much intentional. So here, for example, our visual language is a strong gradients, right? Strong background gradients. We are doing it here. We are doing it here. Uh, Here as well. So this is our visual design language. And so if we want to add an accent, it should be following like this line of thought. Now, what is our visual accent here? Let me just remove that. What is our visual language here? We have talked about it, and it is modern, professional, sleek design. Minimalism is the main focus. You can go back and rewatch the other videos. We have talked about this again and again, and I've actually showed you some examples. It is just modern, highly animated website. That's our visual style that we are going to be going for. So yeah, so when we add accents, we have to be thinking of our visual styles. And when we get there, I'm gonna be showing you like how you get inspiration to add visual accents, stuff like that. You're gonna be actually seeing me scroll through Dribble and find inspiration. You're gonna be not just seeing the final result, but the actual process. You're gonna be seeing me trying to find shots on Dribble that encompasses what I want to make. So you'll be seeing me inspired, be inspired, looking for inspiration, building. So I think this series is very helpful, especially for beginners who want to see what an actual development and design process is like. So I think that's quite enough for today. Obviously, we are not rushing it. I think that's quite obvious. We are taking it very slow. Uh, I just wanted to take today's video just to discuss about the future of the series and how we're going to be going through the design. I'm doing this side by side with my job, so uh, I might not have like enough time to make long videos as usual. But I'm gonna be taking some part of my day and just creating these videos, working on it day by day until we finish it. Both design and development, animation, stuff like that, everything. So yeah, thanks for watching. I think that's quite enough for today. Before we finish off, I would like to say very much thank you for 300 subscribers. Like I think it's been almost a year now since I started this channel, and uh, yes, 300 subscribers. At some points, I thought of quitting, and I did not think I would reach this point. So I just want to say thank you, and yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.